What's up, YouTube? What's up to the YouTube community? What's up to the subscribers? What's up to the viewers? Anybody that may watch this video, I want to thank y'all for sticking with me. I want to thank y'all for the continued support, and I want to send the prayers of love and the blessings to each and every one of y'all. I know it's been quite a while since I got a video in. May seem like about a month, but I want to say that, I've been a little sick, a little down and out, some things going on, and I just ain't felt like much, but I'm finally getting back to me. Had a great little workout last night. I ain't put one in a while. I'm kind of feeling it today. Not as bad as I thought it would, but I'm feeling it. But I want to get on this video here because I want to get back into some things. Kind of touch up on some things a little more, you know, and, just really get into some things a little more. you know. But I first want to say that no matter where you're at, no matter where you live, what you got going on, I hope everyone's well and blessed and staying safe in all this weather, you know. Because, this weather can have a part on success, believe it or not. This weather can get in the way and kind of, slow you up on things, kind of hold you back on things a little bit, but you can't let it get you down. You just got to work through it. You got to struggle and strive hard to get through it and keep the success and motivation going, y'all. And just continue to get right through it and get back on top, because this weather can be, kind of part of the ups and downs and trials and tribulations of success that I was talking about. That's kind of more on the downside, but you got to keep that positive attitude going, and you got to continue to stay on top. As I heard somebody say the other day in a video that I was watching, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it a little more, and it finally all, made sense and clicked for me. Because the thing is, even though you on that road to success and victory, never think that you know it all. Because you can always definitely still stand a chance to learn something. And the thing is, what I heard this little bit older gentleman say made sense, Sometimes when you're winning, you're actually losing. And sometimes when you're losing, you're actually winning. And people may be thinking, well, you're losing, but how are you winning? And if you're winning, how are you losing? Well, if you don't know, you don't know. That's all I got to say. Because I'm not going to go in depth on that. I'm not going to get into a big, long rigmarole of detail on all that. I don't think it's really needed or necessary. It is what it is. It's just, when you're winning, sometimes you're losing. And when you're losing, sometimes you're actually winning. But I will say this right quick, and I'll be short and brief on it. But the thing is, sometimes when you're winning, you think you're winning, and you're really getting ahead. And then what happens when you make that one wrong move, or you take that one wrong gamble, and you lose it all? That's a loss right there. But, you could be going at something and you're losing, and all of a sudden you win, and you come out ahead bigger than you've ever been before. That's a win right there. And that's really all I think I need to say about that right there. And we definitely got a lot. I want to say that we definitely got a lot of new things coming here with the channel into the new year, because I said we're going to continue to strive hard and go strong and through straight to 2019, all the way through it, because 2019 is going to be a great year. 2019 is definitely going to be a great year. You just got to have your mind set, and you got to have your mind on them goals, and have them goals on your mind. That's all there is to it. Like, man, Snoop said in a song one time back when, got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Cool. But instead, we're going to have our mind on the goals and the goals on our mind. We're going to change it a little bit. And we're going to be all about them goals, because I got some goals set, and I can sit and go into detail about that and talk about it for hours on end, you know, but there's really no point in getting into big detail about it now. But as it happens and when it comes up, we'll talk about that a little more. But I do want to say this as well. That's kind of part of the ups and downs of success a little bit, My party I had recently, not long ago, I was talking about it, how I had a big birthday / success party. And the thing is, I know I didn't really get no videos about it or post anything about it, but I wasn't worried about that. Because the thing is, it ain't always all about posting the big parties about when you out partying and what you got going on and what you're doing. Not everybody needs to know about that, and not everybody needs to be all up in your business about everything. And something else, I want to say along with that, you may invite hundreds of people, you may invite thousands of people to a party, but in the end, it's not about how many you invited. It's not about how many showed up. It's about who showed up. It's about who was there, and it's about who supported. Because the thing is, you could have 5 people show up, you could have 20 people show up, you could have hundreds show up, you could have thousands show up. Either way, you still gonna get the haters. No matter how many you have show up, no matter how big the party is, no matter how successful the party is or how successful the party wasn't, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Because, like I said, you are still going to get the haters. And I know I've talked about it before, but I can say it again. Although people already know this. Haters are everywhere. Sometimes Facebook itself can be a hater. And you ain't got to ask why. People already know. It's just like, sometimes Snapchat or anywhere else you be can be a hater, They can be, just getting in the way of success, just getting in the way of things sometimes, It happens. A tax app, it could be a hater, because that's part of success right there when you're trying to get your money and get things done. And maybe something happens and your taxes ain't go through right or something, just falls behind for whatever reason. And, you feel like, man, they hate me. Let it go through. Let me get my money. It happens. We all go through the trials and tribulations and ups and downs of success. Every one of us. And anybody who can say they have never went through the ups and downs to become successful is lying to you and telling you a bunch of BS. Because, no, it ain't happening. I know because I'm living it, I'm dealing with it, and I'm doing it daily, in anything I got going on, because like I said before, I can talk about it a little more with the book I got going on that I'm working on, and new music that I'm working on and trying to get out there, writing and doing things, which I got some new songs coming out, I got one that I want to work on. It's called Dear Mama. And, I want to get that done and finished and get that put out there. Got a beat laid out, Got some general ideas in my head of how I want things to go, how I'd like things to go, or how I think things should go. But it doesn't always work out that way. And that's something I can say right quick, The way you plan things out doesn't mean it's always going to go as planned. You always got to have a plan B. You may say, yeah, I got plan A. I'm good. I'm ready to go, whatever, But what about plan B? What about plan C or something, in case all else fails, you got a backup plan. Always have that backup plan. Always have that backup plan, y'all, no matter what you're doing. You planning a trip, you diving into some new things that is part of success, whatever you're doing, whatever you're getting into, always have that backup plan, y'all. You got to. You ain't got that backup plan. What else are you going to rely on? And not only that, a lot of people know this already, but the thing is, you got to watch out for the followers. Definitely watch out for the followers, the people that are following you, the people that say they're supporting you, the people that are doing things, A lot of times, they could be haters, or they could be someone that's just hanging on to try and get a piece of the pie, so to speak, get a piece of the action, just trying to hang on for when you come up, and it's like maybe they ain't never been there before now, or maybe they have been there before now, but they're just someone that just randomly came along, and they're just like a snake hiding in the grass, slithering, and they're just putting on a front. They're making it look, like they following you. They're making it look like they supporting you. They're making it look like they're gonna be there for you, and then all of a sudden, what happens? They fall off. Because they just only there trying to reap some benefits off of your success. You think about it. I mean, it really do happen. If you think about it, look at people that win the lottery, you know, and they're doing good for themselves, And, I'm not going to hate on somebody that wins the lottery, Like all of us say, we'd like to win the lottery. It would be nice, yeah. Oh, excuse me. It would be. But the thing is, I mean, they always get friends and family members that come out the woodwork they never knew they had. And that goes along with any success. A music artist, maybe you open your own business, you open your own shop, you open your own nightclub, whatever you running or doing, as a part of success, you always get people that want to come up on your tail end that you never knew was there. Or maybe it was there, and like I said, they're like a snake slithering in the grass, just trying to get a piece of that pie. You got people like that all the time, that all they want to do is try to get a piece of that pie, get a slice of the action, They're like, break me off a little something, What can I do to help you out? What can I do to come up, And the thing is, they got to pick a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot of times, I'm going to really just say all of the time. They got to figure that out on their own. Because what works for you may not work for somebody else, Maybe you a singer, and somebody else tries it and realizes they ain't a singer, but they still want to try to do it and push real hard, But, I mean, it's like, they're not a singer. And, I mean, you can tell, man, get out of here. You can't write, you can't rhyme, you can't sing, whatever, And it's like, you want to laugh so hard at the person, but you try not to laugh because not just because it ain't good manners, but because it ain't good success ethics. It ain't good like ethics, It's like having poor sportsmanship, Can't have that in success. Can't have the poor sportsmanship of success. We got to be here to support one another, no matter what somebody's doing, whether we like it or not. We agree with what they're doing, we don't agree with what they're doing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with adding your input and trying to help someone out. But you got to do it in a way that's not going to make them feel bad. You got to do it in a way that's not going to make them feel down and out about themselves. You know what I mean? You got to make it seem like you're not trying to be negative Nancy, so to speak. As a note, a little old saying go, they used to say something about, negative Nancy coming in somewhere, which I'm going to tell you, that happens a lot. I see negative Nancy all over the place. I'm not going to lie. Facebook, Snapchat. I was on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter no more, so I can't say nothing about it over there. Or Instagram, which is something that's becoming real popular nowadays, and I was on there, but I fell off with that. I just, didn't get into it and really didn't like it as much as other people did, so I fell off with that, and I'm not really doing it no more. But, I mean, you just got to watch out for it, because sometimes it's irritating. It really is when you get that negative Nancy, you get them haters and everything else coming along. Trust me, I know how irritating it is and how bad you may feel like you just want to go off on somebody. Or maybe sometimes people feel like, hey, I need to get my peace. I got to go take care of somebody. This is just getting to be a little too much, This BS is just getting out of hand. I understand. I really do. I understand a lot of it all. And the thing is, you can't allow yourself to be subjected to that stuff. You can't allow yourself to be caught up in the moment with that stuff. You can't allow that stuff to affect you in your life. You just can't do it. You just got to stay motivated. You got to stay positive. You got to stay hustling. Stay on your grind and do your thing. You just got to do you, y'all. And, the most important thing, like I think I've said before and touched up on a little bit, and I had somebody tell me one time that they love me, they love my videos, they love my channel, and they love what I'm doing with things, because I'm just myself. I just be me and I do me, and that's what you got to do. And all else will follow. The success will follow, the victory will follow, the money will follow, and everything else when you get yourself set up for the success. But it takes time. It's all a process. People think, it happens overnight. They think like, are they going to start right now being a singer? Or are they going to start right now being an artist? Or are they going to start right now opening their own business and they're going to make the money and do things overnight? It don't happen like that. And I'll tell you flat out, I do have plans. If all goes well this summer and things happen the way I want it to, I may have my own little business on the side opened up. You know, get some people, that I know in there working for me, and kind of being a part of my team and running things for me a little bit while I'm working and doing my thing during the day. They could be helping out on things over there during the day. So that way we getting caught up, They, of course, they making a little something. I'm making my thing off of it. And then, whatever else on down the line. And that's how it's got to be, But to have a team and to get things set up for success, you got to keep your circle real tight and small. And you got to watch the followers. As I seen, a post that was floating around Facebook and things like that, showed a picture of an old school singer from back in the 90s, and he's smoking a cigar or whatever, just sitting there like this, just holding it out. You can see the smoke roll or whatever. But anyway, that's besides the point. But the thing is, the picture right on there, it said flat out, lost a follower. Good. Don't need no punk bees on my team. And of course, I abbreviated the bees, yes, because, I try to refrain from a lot of cussing and different things in these videos, because who may see it, who may watch it, who may view it, youngsters and stuff, people, picking up on certain things. I'm trying to be a positive influence, a positive motivator. But the thing is, that picture was so true and hit me in such a certain way when I thought about it that, like I said, it is true. Lost a few followers. Good, fine, so be it, whatever. Apparently you didn't need them anyways if they fell off along the way. Or they fell off before you got started. You look at Mike Jones, which I'm sure a lot of people know who Mike Jones is by now. And if you don't, you need to take a brother and look him up. Because I definitely cannot hate on that man. I remember he put a song out one time, and he said it flat out, right in his song and with his music, right there. He said it flat out. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. And that's the God's honest truth. A lot of people don't want you. They don't want nothing to do with you until they see you're successful, and then they want to be hanging on your coattail, your shirt tail or whatever, And like I said, they're just trying to come up because you got successful, and they want to come up behind you and in your shadows. Nah, I ain't having it. Like I've said before, and I can say it again, I'm a solo person, solo artist, solo YouTuber, whatever, doing a lot of this myself and planning things out and getting it all set up and doing things, I don't have no help with what I got going on. You see a lot of people with YouTube channels, and artists and different, success side of things they got going on. They got help, I don't have that. I got supporters, and I appreciate that, I got supporters that are pushing me hard in everything that I'm doing, Although a lot of times, even supporters sometimes don't realize what you're going through to reach that level of success and get to where you need to be and where you want to be. A lot of people just don't realize it all, And I'll tell you one thing. It's not easy. It's not easy with success. It's not easy with the victory. Because, as I've said before, you go through the ups and downs. You go through the trials and tribulations. You go through a lot of things of success to get to where you need and want to be. That's like a roller coaster ride, you know. You can be feeling like you're doing good, you slowly heading uphill, and then you feel like you on top, you know, and the next thing you know, for whatever reason, you get knocked off and bam, you falling downhill, boom, you smack the bottom, you know, and you may not lose it all, but you lose a chunk, you know, and you feel like you got to get back up to where you need to be from where you're at, you know. And it's like you may not be totally starting all over from scratch 110%, but I mean, you starting back at a point of where you used to be and then got to come back up, you know. And that can be irritating as all get up. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I know, been there before, done dealt with it, you know. But things are fixing to work out. Things are fixing to look real good here for 2019. You know, a lot of things are fixing to just come out on top real good. You know, you just got to stick with your boy. You know, we got to stick with each other. We got to hunker down, so to speak, and we got to get through this 2019 and get through this weather, get through this ups and downs and trials and tribulations. Because right now we going through it, y'all. And it ain't just because of this weather neither, you know. I mean, sometimes people getting sick, they not feeling no good, you know. That's part of the downs. You know, a lot of people been sick lately, a lot of things going on, you know. And I mean, not only that, you want to talk about some downs of the success side of things. I'll tell you something. A big part of the downs that I see nowadays is food. And people will probably be thinking, how can food be a down? Or maybe drinks, you know, like water, you know, energy drinks, whatever, you know. You definitely got to watch what you eat and drink nowadays and you put in your body. Because I think they, and that's all I'm going to say is they. I'm not really going to use any certain word because I'm not trying to bring no negativity my way. I'm not trying to bring no haters my way. I'm not trying to bring no heat my way with anything, you know. I could say it's this person's fault. I could say it's that person's fault. But I won't say it like that. I'll just say they is trying to take us out. And that's how I feel. As a lady friend of mine said last night, man, they is trying to take us out because I seen this video floating around where it shows somebody who was pouring this water, was pouring it up into a bowl and then taking their finger and gently stirring it up. And the water just turned into like a gel substance. You know, it was a particular brand of bottled water called Arrowhead or something like that, which I think I've heard of it. I don't know if I ever tried it because I've tried a lot of different bottled waters. But anyway, this particular brand called Arrowhead water for some reason was looking like a gel substance. I mean, you could pick it up and mold it and shape it in your fingers. Just like it was like gel or clay or something like that, you know, like a gel slash clay substance, so to speak, or Play-Doh substance, whatever, you know. And it was weird looking when I seen that video, you know. And yeah, a lot of things on the internet and a lot of things going around nowadays is what people like to call clickbait, you know. It's just for you to click on it. But you got to watch out for that, you know. That's also part of success. You got a lot of things that'll try to steer you away from success. Excuse me, y'all. Just things going on, you know. And sometimes you got the devil will try to steer you away from success. You know, as I seen a post something about how the devil said something about how the devil wants you to look back to the past only because he's trying to steer you away from good things that's coming up in the future, which is true. It does happen. The devil try to steer you away from that success and victory all the time. You know, because certain things happen and the devil just doing work all the time. You can't allow that to happen. You got to avoid all that. You really do, y'all. You got to avoid all that. You got to get your way around it. And you got to steer clear from that stuff. And watch your back. Always watch your back. Always make sure you go like this and take a glance behind you every once in a while and watch who's back there. You know, you ain't so much got to worry about who's to the side of you.